What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another social production. We're doing it on Wednesday, December the 18th, 2024. Ho, ho, ho. It's that time of the year, baby. It's that holiday season. We're getting right into it. If you're just joining me today, if it's your first time, buckle up, buckle down. Where can you find these videos? On Instagram, follow me there. Subscribe on the YouTube channel for the full-length videos. Check out patreon.com/RobStadger if you'd like to physically, financially support the show. If you'd like to watch this little snowball down the hill, slowly but surely. Oh, wherever you're tuning in from, if it's Canada, down south in the United States, per usual, further down south, Mexico, over there in South Americas, all the way down to the tip of the South Americas, Antarctica, the Arctic, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Australia, Europe, Asia, Africa, all over the place, underwater, hovering above water, in outer space. We're also in outer space as well. So that's all of us. Oh, humans, bionic people, aliens. Who knows? Extraterrestrials being extra. Oh, let's get into it. It is Wednesday. A lot to discuss. It is that holiday season. It's the holidays. All right. It's Merry Christmas to you all. First of all, I jumped the gun. I like it. I love Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Oh, especially during wintertime when the lights go up, when it starts to snow a little bit, the trees pick up a little bit of snow. It looks like a little snow globe. Oh, it's beautiful. So if you're celebrating out there, hells yes. If you're not celebrating out there, fucking pick it up, celebrate out there somehow. And the smallest way you can get into the holiday spirit, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you do. When you meet somebody, when somebody meets you, if you're running by somebody, so in an office space, in a building, in the streets, you open the door for someone, you hold the door open, please, thank you. These are the little things that bring us closer together as a familia. But one other thing that I just like to, if somebody greets you and they say, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas. If you're not responding with Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to you too, I'm not saying some people on the internet might be speculating that the devil's waiting for you with a pitchfork to ram it in all your orifices if you don't have the common decency to be it's like the bare minimum is pleases, thank yous, and then saying Happy Holidays and then reciprocating with Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to you to Merry Christmas. Because I've met, most people do it, it's nice, but I've met a few people, I'm not gonna name names, I don't know their names, doesn't matter, where I've met them, it doesn't matter. And somebody says, I'm just waiting out there for people to say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas to you too, bitch. Happy Holidays and Merry Christmas to you too, or Hanukkahs, or whatever else, Kwanzaa's, whatever that's why you say the Happy Holidays to, parentheses, cover everything, and then Merry Christmas, because that's what's up. But if you're not saying it, I'm not saying I want to lasso you and just fucking tickle your feet, but I think about it. So get on board. If you're not, let's try this. Choo-choo, leaving the station or something. We are flying today, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday. I'm feeling. I needed a little bit of, your boy needed a little bit of rest. I pulled my back low-key over the weekend, which was just due to it's whatever, it's all right, it's fine. Took an Advil. This podcast could be brought to you by Advil. Say goodbye to back pain. Quick, extra strength too. It says extra strength. Never seen the bottles with just reg strength. It's just extra strength. I felt great I could not lift my arm. It was so nice. Just sitting on the couch, could not get up. And I'm like, you know what, just because I don't like taking pills. I don't like taking, cigarettes, weed, and the coffee is what your boy likes to, That's what this whole biology is running on. But if you tell me you got to take a pill, I'm like, toughen up, suck it up is what I say to him. But I couldn't move, so I had to. I had a little, extra strength Advil and made me feel strong. I lifted cars afterwards. I pivoted buildings. I did push-ups with, a couple of whales. I stacked whales on top of my back and I did push-ups because it says extra strength. I've never experienced regular strength anyway, so that's extras. I just, I flipped cars over, but then I flipped them back on their tires. So that's what it does. Brought to you Advil. Brought to you by Advil. Not really, but it could be. Very easily it could be. So, as easy as pressing a button, as easy as signing a dotted line, as easy as whatevs. Or, or a no-name brand Advil, ibuprofen, I want to say that's I don't know my meds. But I think that's the ingredients. I don't care. I felt great about it, and it's the Holy Spirit. So let's get right into it. And again, it's that time of year where everybody's hustling and bustling, trying to find the perfect gift, trying to find gifts. Not even the perfect, because there's no such thing as you yourself are the perfect gift in your loved ones' lives. They're not there for the monetary or the, commodified aspects. They're not looking for that material good to remind them that you love them and care for them. That's just a little cherry on top. It's the festivities. If you've got them, if you got the people in your lives, give out the gifts. It's nice. But let me tell you something. It is, I get it. People are busy, running around. You might not have enough time to shop. There's online shopping too, which helps. But I'll tell you something. When it comes to getting the perfect gift or just a gift for your loved ones, do not hesitate. Do not stop at anything. Don't let anybody get between you and the gifts that are going to be connecting you and your loved ones. If you see somebody grabbing that last PlayStation, you just elbow them in the teeth. It's the Holy Spirit. If you see somebody, my husband's going to love this new pair of tires for his car. There's another lady just like biting on the rubber, punch her in the face. It's your husband's pair of wheels. If you see, skis, I like to get my kids some skis pairs, and another mother is, duke it out in the parking lot. Whoever can, start pulling on the skis, and whoever can rip away with them gets to keep the keys. That's the Holy Spirit. If you are not, I'm not, we're not advocating nothing, but it's that time of year that you got to tell your, if the people in your life are grown up enough so you can, so they know that you're the one getting the gifts, not that, not that chubby, jolly fella with a little bit of the sniffles, a little bit of the, maybe a little bit of a powder problem. Who knows? It's not that fella. If they're old enough to accept that, of course, they know it's you. So let them know that you had to duke it out with another, soccer mom, or, if you are not, pushing elderlies, out of the aisles for the shop, because they're slow, but they're there. They will stand in the aisles and they will stare at products and they will ask questions, and then they take their time moving around. So if you gotta go, you gotta go. So push them around. Don't worry about it. It's all in the Holy Spirit. Of course, nothing major. Of course, you don't want to deter them from getting gifts as well. But again, it's survival of the fittest, and it is whoever gets the best gifts for their families will have the most merry of the Christmases. That's the way it was written in stone, and that's the way it shall be remembered. That's the way it was typed up on the computer, and that's the way it got, transferred on the memory stick. That's the way it was, written on paper using nothing but your own blood, and now you're fainting because you use your blood to write it on paper, which is why it's probably best to write it in stone. Carry heavy tablets on your back. If you're not a hunchback, you don't get the message, son. It's Christmas. Or it's almost Christmas. I'm just excited. I love it. I see little lights going up, little trees being decorated. One day I'll get a tree with the trees and the gifts, and the one that goes with families. I vicariously live through the city decorations, the families. That's beautiful. I love it. So yes, do not stop. Do not let anything stop you from getting your loved ones the perfect gift. That's just what I had to say, and I had to get it off my chest because it's Wednesday, motherfuckers. Let's get right into it. But what also goes along with Christmas is being a host at times. And people are, it's a lot. Hosting could be a lot. I gotta make dinner. I gotta prep the whatever dish you're making, turkey dinner, or turkey lunch, or whatever. It's a big meal prep. It's a lot. Grabbing the gifts, grabbing drinks, preparing pre-rolled joints for your guests, maybe having, edible mushrooms at your gathering of sorts, depending whatevs, or your non-alcoholic beverages, whatever you happen to, because it's a lot. You got to do a lot, and you're like, I want to be a good host. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you're competing with your sister to see who, one year you do Christmas, the next year it's your sister that does Christmas, your cousin does Christmas, and the next year it's you that does Christmas. It's your mom and dad that do Christmas, but now you got to learn to pick it up because eventually it'll become you that's doing Christmas or whatever. And you're like, how do I make sure that my hosting game is on par with the best of them? Let me just, again, it's not the gift, it's not the meal, it's about gathering together. But if you want to absolutely go above and beyond being the best host, I should just say it comes down to one trick: fucking your guests. That is the one trick that really takes it over the top. Memorable. If you're not doing hand jobs and oral under the table, over the table, in the closet, in the bathroom, in the living room, if you're not going full service, then don't be surprised as to why you did not get the best host plaque. I'm just saying, a lot of contenders out there, and I'm not saying it's about competition, because that's not what Christmas is about. Christmas is about community, coming together, family, remembering that it's about its baby that was born in summer really hot, and people wanted to whatevs, and they did, but then he made it back, which is nice. The point is, it's about going, the extra and celebrating, going places where people are like, oh, what if people don't? But everybody loves it. People will not say they didn't like it. Doesn't matter who it is. If it's friends, family members, little, yanking jerk under the table, and they're like, oh, I hope you're not getting woozy and sleepy from all this turkey, because that's what I've heard. Turkey makes you fall asleep. Well, if the turkey doesn't make him fall asleep, a little hand job under the table sure will. Snoozing on getting ready for the new year. That's the way to go, baby. So again, don't get in your own way. Be the number one host this year in your circle. It's the holiday season, everybody, and it's there's a lot that goes into all of it. Magical reindeer, Santa Claus, you yourselves partaking, doing your part, elves, all of it. It's beautiful. But I'm glad that we got Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, not Rudolph the red-cocked reindeer, because that would have been scary. What happened there? Why is his nose so red? And again, we are like, as if it was a red rocket flying in the sky. God, a lot of people would be scared. I'm telling you right now, it's two things that scare people in life. It is red-cocked reindeer, and if the other one is, we're waiting to see if the other shoe drops, and I don't even know what that means. Why do shoes drop? When did the first shoe drop? And why are we waiting for the second one? Is this a fire hazard? Who is dealing with all these falling shoes? What does it all mean? The point is, ladies and gentlemen, two things that people get scared of: a red-cocked reindeer and these fucking aliens. What are they doing up in the sky if they're up in the sky? Do they do flybys? Are they flashing us? Are they just like, but we can't see it, it's too fast? They're moving in directions we can't see. Maybe they're just like, letting their cocks hang out the fucking spaceship. Should we be pulling our cocks out? I'm just saying, ladies and gents. Yeah, but other than that, I'm happy about it. Rudolph, it's maybe due to, who knows? He's got that, it is a red nose. Maybe he too has a powder problem, if you know what I mean. Loves the snow a little bit too much. Won't know how to quit. Doesn't want to either. Ladies and gentlemen, but that's just the holidays. I hope you're getting prepared. I'm excited. New Year's right around the corner as well. Many people ask themselves, of course, when is the right time to go ahead and flash a tit? Oh, age-old question. It's pretty much, it comes right out as major, questions that have been, just on people's brains for as long as the dawn of man. That, and like, where do we come from? What does this all mean? But also, when is it the right time to flash a tit? I'll say this, I think, I'm happy with the design of all things in terms of like how it all worked out, because it comes with with great tits come great responsibilities. I'm just saying, if I had a tit, I would be flashing it all the time, to be honest with you. I like conduct my daily activities, but I don't know how it works, like whether you believe in reincarnation, or if it's just who knows, whatever it is, or if it's just if it's just the first and one and only, one and done sort of deal that you get. Who knows what happens, that people like, you end up in a body eventually as male, female. That's because that's what the sex gender is, solid as a rock, baby. Never been liquid or gas. But they say many of things, and I'm just, because if I had tits, I'm telling you right now, like, again, conducting my regular activities, but like, drive back home from work, flash a tit in the traffic. Elevator, excuse me, floor number 6, please flash a tit, walk out. Getting into the underground parking garage to park your car. Hello, right there, flashing a tit. As I'm boarding an airplane, flash a tit. Just, picking up a couple of melons at the grocery store. Melons right here, flash a tit. It would be, so I'm, again, I don't know if we had a chance to, pre-coming into existence, if you get a say where you're like, you get to pick between a bunch of suits that they present you with. They're like, this is what you're gonna kind of look like in the, near future. Which one do you want? Do the souls get a say? And I want that one, the one with the whatever. You pick a skin color, you pick, hair texture, eyes, this, that, and the other. And you're like, tits or no tits, vag or peen, which one is it? And you go with one. If you have a say or not, I don't know. Or maybe they just do it randomly. And again, if they do it randomly, they know what they're doing. Because I'm just telling you right now, if I had tits, I'd just be like, I'm going for a jog, flash a tit, boom, put it back. So it does come with this. But, people do ask, when is the right time? Is there a wrong time? It's never a wrong time. There's always a right time. Dinner parties with family and friends, flash a tit. Oops, accident or on purpose, on accident, by purpose. Doesn't matter. Job interview, flash a tit. At the stop sign, flash a tit. Grabbing a cup of coffee, flash a tit. It does not take anything away from you. It's one of those, it's the smallest little peekaboo that just makes this world go round. So let us get together and celebrate these times. There is no wrong time to flash a tit. That's the takeaway, really. If you've been asking when is the right time, it's never a wrong time. All right, so let's get into it together. Let's get a sip of this bad boy because it's fucking Wednesday. Hand jobs and fingering, is it considered cheating? Hand jobs, let's break it down for you. Let's unpack this together, ladies and gents. Hand jobs and fingering, are they really cheating? Is it cheating to get a hand job? Is it cheating to get a little bit of the old two-fingeroo action? It's, if I were to, why should it be considered cheating? Because let's just say if, what is a hand job? It is you basically, you making a gesture like so and going like that, or rather, up and down, or, or down and up, or, the old one finger, all of this. The actions are, we know what the actions are. This action over peen, if you're in a relationship, considered cheating. But let's say I did this. I put my two fingers up in the air, or just even I put one finger or two fingers up, and somebody happens to make that gesture, same hand gesture, and just come and go like this on my finger. Is it cheating? Is this cheating? If you're holding up your arm and your hand, your fingers, and someone just comes and, does one of these, is this cheating? So what differentiates this from peen? What if, ladies, I were to stick my hand out, like just form a hole, and somebody were to come in and do this? What makes this hole so different from other holes? I think we see where this is going. So what is it that makes it a cheating? It's just what I like to know, just a little bit, Is it an exertion of like bodily fluids? What if somebody does this on your cock, but you don't come? What if you're one of those dry comers? Is it cheating? What if the fingers go in the vag, but you don't get wet? Riddle me that. Is it cheating? Because otherwise, like, what if somebody were to come and finger you in the mouth? Is it cheating? It's fingers in a hole in a butt. Is that cheating? Honey, you're never gonna guess what happened today. It's crazy. I feel terrible about this. And she'll ask, what did you do? What did you do, Billy? Tell me you did not throw away our marriage. No, that's just that somebody fingered me in my mouth, and I didn't say no either. And it's like, so is it cheating? Or somebody comes and pokes you in the ear repeatedly for like 5-15 minutes, just in the ear. Is it cheating? What makes one hole different from the others? Let's say you got a missing eyeball, so you got another extra orifice on your body. Somebody comes and fingers your eye, where your eye used to reside, just fingering your face hole. Is it cheating? Think about it. Somebody comes and puts their fingers up your nose, up and down, just fingering your nose, just right there. 2 holes, 2 fingers, and it might even feel good. It might feel real good. Is it cheating? Ladies and gents, leave a comment if you think it is. Leave a comment if you don't think it is, and we'll let the people make up their own minds. I met a fellow recently. He was dealing with two chicks at the same time, and he was kind of caught in the middle of one of his chicks finding out about the other chick, which just made him, I saw little sweat beads. I saw little, don't ask me where, when, how it happened, but it happened. And this fellow I'm just like amazed at people who do it. Good on you. I can't. It's just too much. Especially the older you get, the more difficult it becomes to, like, even one person is like, all right, I'll deal with one person at a time, but like two people at the same time. When you're young, this was a grown man, So I'm just like, good on you, but also the level of stress, is it worth it? But nonetheless, it reminded me that there is something that does exist in our world called the side chick. Or the side boo-boo. But yeah, man, this dude was just panicking and trying to, I believe he left his phone. He had left his phone with one of his chicks, and he was trying to grab the phone before the other chick messages or calls. I was just like, ooh boy. But I'm just saying, I think, it doesn't matter. The point is, ladies and gents, that side chick, maybe she's got a problem with you having a side chick, but ask yourself this. Or maybe he's got a problem with you having a side man's. Ask yourself this. Does he or do they have a problem with a front chick? Think about that. Do they have a problem with a back chick? Also think about that. And now that we're just brainstorming and putting all these ideas on the table, has she ever voiced her opinion or concerns about a top chick? Where else can we go? If we dare together to step into it, what about the bottom chick? Mind blown, what happened there? Because all you hear is people having issues or being cool with the side chick or the side man's, the side piece. But nobody talks about the back, nobody talks about the front, nobody talks about the bottom or the top. Ladies, and they're the ones that are inside you for that matter. So what is it about the side that is so problematic? Because you've never heard them, voicing their concerns. Because I tell you right now, if you just like replace one word with another, and if your chick, if your husband, your boyfriend catches you with a side piece, just tell them it's not a side piece. I think we just saved a lot of relationships together. That's my man's, that's my back man's, that's my front man. Say that. That's my bottom gal. That's my bottom gal. Is that a side chick again, Terry? And no, sweetheart. That's my top bitch. Say it, and it'll be okay. I think so. I think it'll be okay, ladies and gents. But that's just a little bit of relationships. It made me nervous for the fellow that I had a little quick interaction with. I'm just like, good God. I wanted to throw up, and I wasn't even in a relationship. It was his thing. I'm just like, good on you, though. Good on you. Good on everybody, whoever's doing it out there, whichever way you're making it fly these days. Let us fly together. What's going on in and around the news and around the world? Exciting stories. I'll say this. I believe, Prince Andrew was recently in another, Prince Andrew, this is from the royal family. I heard about this. He apparently befriended a Chinese spy, a Chinese businessman, or no, wait. I think, yes, a Chinese, maybe, I don't know, allegedly. I'm just going to put allegedly, and allegedly all the podcasts here on, from before and moving forward, everything allegedly. I don't know anything. Just saying, he was befriending a Chinese businessman, or so he thought he was a Chinese business, or he might be a spy. And he's conducting himself with, he's befriending him. It's just, he is, and I think maybe the royal family kind of got they found out about this, and they're like, you can't come to the Christmas party or the Christmas dinner is what I've heard. I don't know. But I like to say that you should definitely, Prince Andrew, out of all the royals, should be the only one that's actually, he should be getting the first invitation. Prince Andrew, say what you will, is the most exciting and fun of all the, royal members of the British royal family. He's the most fun. He's the most fun. Come on. I'm not saying, I'm not saying we all agree with the things that may have occurred and the best friends, but who's got the best stories? Ask yourself, who's got the best story? Meghan Markle wanted to get out of the British royal family, marrying into and wanted to get out, dragging the younger prince with her, which, that, and then asking for I'm just saying, who's more fun to hang out with out of the royals? Or Prince Andrew, who was best friends with Epstein and may or may not have had relations with underage females, who may or may not have made deals in the court, out of the court, paid sums of money to keep it in the court, out of the court, in and out of the courts. So I'm just saying, in terms of story, in terms of who would you want to be sitting next to having conversations with? Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle, I don't know, Margot, Meghan Markle. It doesn't matter. What matters is that who's more interesting to see, ask questions, have fun. Why would you tell him not to go? And now he's befriending a spy who he's gonna, and he might have not even known he was befriending a spy. And before we all get our, binoculars out and start, dialing it in, let us ask ourselves, who wouldn't want to befriend a spy? First of all, one of my favorite genres of movies and series that I like, spy shit. I love it. Grew up adoring 007 because pops love to watch 007. One of those things he used to watch. So I used to sit and watch in silence and spend quality time with my, good times. So that's, I don't know if it's that or other things. I'm interested in it, international espionage, spy gear, masks on, masks off, tear gas. Ooh, what is this? Is that my real nose or is it a fake nose? It's so exciting. Disturbing, but exciting nonetheless. And so yes, you watch all these movies, you're like, whoever's, Jason Bourne, it'd be cool if you wouldn't want to sit down with Jason Bourne, if, real life. But I'm just saying, so here you got a chance. Here's the prince has got a chance to sit down with an international spy and have allegedly international businessman, which is pretty much, you might as well just call yourself a spy. If anybody comes around and introduces themselves as purely, I'm an international businessman. So it's exciting. I'm just saying, ask him about the Diddy parties. He probably knows more about the Epstein and Diddy parties. He should be coming to the parties. He said, if anybody, there's other people that we could easily kick out of the dinner party, at the Christmas dinner party at the Royals. All right. He's the fun dude. He goes to the parties. He does the parties. He attends the Lolita Expresses. He pays money to keep it on the DL, and he walks around. Ladies and gentlemen. So fun stories. Say what you will. Put your judgmental fingers and eyeballs aside for a second. Who do you want to converse with? Just saying, ladies and gentlemen. So please, let this be a time of forgiveness and remembering that just because you may not agree with certain things doesn't mean that certain people shouldn't show up to the party and have interesting stories to share with you. Who knows where you might take those stories, and who knows what kind of doors might open to being a friend with an international potential spy. So what if they want, and they're not even gathering any information from him or anything, allegedly. I don't know anything. Maybe just investing in long-term relationship to see if you can sway the person in a certain way, or, get leverage. Reverse leverage it. Get stories from this dude. Make it, because it's what it is. It's just the times that we live in. Get with it. Support. Let's get him. Bring the Chinese spy to, bring him in. One guest. He gets one guest. Let him come with the Chinese spy businessman. Let him come with his best friend businessman to the dinner party. How exciting is that? Quit being so judgmental and you can't come to the Christmas party. Again, it's about forgiveness. It's about gifts. It's about gathering around the mistletoe and tongue kissing whoever is nearby. It is about, it's about copious amounts of eggnog and a lot of vag. It's about all of it. And when it comes down to it, it's about fornication, I think. So let us say, in the spirit of the holidays, let us all come together and not kick anybody out of the tribe or the circle just because they have the more interesting stories than you. I'm sorry. Megan, Margaret. You know? So, having said that, yes, I think that's, yeah, it'd be a shame. It'd be a shame to not have Prince Andrew come to the Christmas dinner party. I just want to get that off my chest. And I'll say this, this is not the, and the next story will show you that people will do anything for pussy. People will do anything for pussy. We just saw it, I think maybe yesterday or even the day before, within the last 36 hours here. In the glorious city that is Toronto, that is the six that they call, internationally speaking, that is people will do anything for puss. Torontonians have been captured on camera, ladies and gents. People will do anything for puss. So I'm not gonna sit here and be all like, who's not coming to the Christmas party? You know what? Maybe don't come to the other events. Like if we need to cut a ribbon to like, say goodbye to a country or get into another country or like, whatever. If we're planting a tree, don't show up to the planting of the tree event. But like dinner party, come to the dinner party. The point is people will do anything for the puss, and Torontonians, random individuals, compelled, ladies and gentlemen, compelled like a force was just, it's pulling on their whatever that's inside them, pulling him, grabbing him, dragging him on the streets. A pussy got caught under a streetcar in Toronto. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about pussy got caught under a streetcar in Toronto. You can watch this video. It is online. People just like zombies getting on their hands, getting on their knees, concerned. They made the entire streetcar stop so that they can get this pussy released from underneath this streetcar. Now, say what you will. I myself am a dog person, but doing all that for a little bit of feline action, what does that say about the greater species that is humanity? What does that say about each and every one of us, that we are just willing to let it all go and get on our hands and knees and crawl and tell people, stop what you're doing, get more assistance, we must release the puss? What does that say about us? Not just Torontonians, but the human populace at large. What does that say about us? So maybe it's time that we all take a closer look in the mirror and say, hey, it's time to clean this mirror. A lot of backwash, a lot of splashback, a lot of stains. That mirror needs a cleaning. You'll say that. What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen? There's now a new position that has opened up internationally speaking. I'm talking to you, fella. Hey, cum drops. Hey, jizz bags. I'm talking to you right there. Are you looking to, maybe get involved in like international? I'll just say it. There's a new position that's opened up. The Russian general, one of the Russian generals, just got assassinated again within the past, I don't know exactly when it happened. I'm just going to say maybe the last 24, 36 hours, 48 hours stretch, maybe. I just saw recently, happened to be in Moscow, Igor Igor. Beautiful man, beautiful. He was in charge of the chemical weapons, so he oversaw the use and placement of chemical weapons. So he got assassinated because he was living his beautiful life, being a beautiful Russian general, rocking nothing but a two-piece, three-stripe Adidas tracksuit, smoking cigarettes, drinking vodka, listening to Russian EDM, and squatting. He was living his best life. And yes, he may have dealt with chemical weapons. And sure, chemical weapons might, do a lot of harm to people, allegedly. So he was in charge of that department. And then one day he was living his beautiful life, stepped out of a building. Next thing you know, a nearby, seemingly innocent scooter blew up, ladies and gentlemen, blew up and killed him and maybe another fellow, maybe two as well. It doesn't matter. What matters is that there's a new position. So if you've been working on your Russian, if you have been drinking copious amounts of vodka, if you are picking up little words here and there, like babushka and borscht and niet and davai, and just maybe being a little bit, if you're the strong silent type, if you like to, you know what you like. If you're into it, there's a new position that has just recently opened up. Who will fill these beautiful 3-stripe tracksuits now? Because it's easy to get one judge, two, they say try walking in a man's pair of Adidas Superstars. Try doing that. It's just, it's one of those things that it's you can't, we live in that time, not like you and I, but like it's that time. It reminds me a little bit of the pager fiasco with the Hamas, with the Ukrainians, I believe, are claiming responsibility for this, but and the Hamas pagers was delightful, that was beautiful, that was a little bit of this. It's things like this that just be like, oh man, life is crazier than fiction. That's cray cray. That's shit that you see in a movie. And you're like, oh, there goes the bad guy. So but we live it. Not like, it's not so close by so that it's like intimate like that, but it's cray cray. But it also just like tells you, hey man, innocent objects. I'm just like looking at objects different. I'm just looking at inanimate objects differently now. There's pagers, seemingly innocent pagers from the late 80s, maybe early 90s. Who knows? Next thing you know, hummus all over the place. I'm going to go out and grab a new bottle of vodka, and I come back, we chain smoke together in the corner, listen to a little bit of the old Russian doomer EDM. Yes? Igor out. I hop on my scooter, no helmet, I like to play it dangerous. Kaplow, there goes the scooter. There goes guts all over the place. Pink mist. I also don't know what that is either. I think it's a reference to like, when you go like, when you turn into Fetty from the inside out, and it's just mist, blood, red, pink mist. I think that's what it doesn't matter. The point is, Igor is no longer here, and I'm just asking you yourself right there, are you looking to apply for a new job? There's a new position that's opened up. A lot of people are getting mad. So many assassination attempts, assassinations. It's just, the world is beautiful and it's magical. And then there's like crazy shit happening too. So it's like, man, I don't know what to make of that. I believe we will, together, the collective, we will make a lot of money, I think, from the ongoing, it'll be good, I think. From, again, if you're in it with that, if you're into it, there's a lot of room to be, making money. And again, if you're looking for a new job, you were like, oh, I really got to get my shit together and I can do more. Well, here's an opportunity, what else is going on in and around, and that's just that's just a little bit of, I don't know, international events. And we get better at things too. We get better. We get technologically more advanced. We get faster. We get stronger. We get we're creating new stuff. I believe the British Army or the British, the British Armed Forces, the military. I don't know who exactly it is but somebody in the military, the British military, they've used drones. They've used lasers to shoot down drones. Lasers, that is incredible. Lasers to track and shoot down drones. I've read this and it got me excited. I don't have access to drones, nor do I have access to lasers, but I'm excited for lasers. I've always been a fan of lasers. Certain things I've been a fan of for the entirety of my life. Holes, sharks, lasers. I just, I don't know if we will be, I just want to, I want to experience laser guns. I want to experience it is all I'm saying. Is there any way we could make laser guns a thing? Can we replace, even if I don't get to personally use them, I would like to see the, because right now this is like high tech, used maybe on like warships, or like, maybe just strapped to a old, colonel's back who's hunched over at the right angle, and they've strapped a laser to his back, and then he can barely hold on, but he's in it, baby. He's in it for life. And he wobbles and waddles, and he shoots down drones on his back with lasers. But that's like heavy duty industrial. I'm talking like, can we compress it? Can we make laser guns happen is all I'm saying. How far away are we? Leave a comment if you know how far we are from making laser guns happen. Because as much as I love trad guns are, bullets, gunpowder, hammer, boom, pop, right? The fire, I get it. It's been about laser guns. Zip, 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 zip. Right there, dude. Endless amounts of ammo, and it's pink mist once again. Right there, just concentrated amounts of energy, just direct energy weapons, just but like in a handgun, in a little team. Can we get laser guns? Is what I'm asking, because we grew up with the movies. We've seen them in like all the the sci-fi. You've seen the laser, whether it's a sword or a gun, but we've seen it. Flash a light, comes out a little device, a little tiny gun, but does a lot of damage. A miniature gun, that just a little teeny gun, and everybody's maybe you're facing people with like old school bullets, and they laugh at your small sized gun. But guess what, son? Right there, right there, a little tiny gun, just the tiniest of guns, maybe like a mini gun. Maybe a gun that needs a booster seat. You know what I'm talking about. Right there, dude. Oh, no bullets. Endless amounts of ammo. And that's the thing, more accurate probably too. Direct energy weapons. I would be so hard if I were, I'm just saying, I've seen, if you had access to direct energy weapons, like if that became like little, I'm just saying, the things I've seen in movies that get me excited. I'm like, we could do this shit. People walking into each other, or maybe just sneeze on top of another person and just like maybe rub a little something on their shirt. They walk away, fall 50 feet from, where you just made a little bump with them. What happened? That man had a cardiac arrest. Why? Because we bumped shoulders. Well, say you're like, we could do that? We could just bump into people and people just fall to the ground and die? I mean, I'm not happy about the dying factor, but we could do that? That's cray-cray. That's fucking, that's out of this world, baby. Gets me excited, more so for the movies aspect of it, but also knowing that we have capabilities. Or direct energy, a little gun that's not even a laser, that's just like concentrated direct, and I don't even direct energy, it's just a lot of just a array of energy, and a little tiny miniature gun. Just what is that? I've got a upset stomach, diarrhea, exploding diarrhea. Next thing you know, pink mist right there again. So I'm excited about all of it. Lasers. I would like to say that I like to think that I've been, I'm gonna put it out there for this Christmas. I want Santa to bring me a miniature laser gun. All right. I said it, I want it. I'm not gonna, it's just for target practice. It's fun. It's just, you go out into somewhere where there's like a designated area for, and then zip. But that's the future of, that's the future of guns. Gets me, I wonder though, because now you see it on warships, you wonder if that will, kind of, in 20 years from now, can we have laser guns? 20 years, I want to see it in my lifetime. Laser guns in my lifetime, I want to see it. I want to see, instead of bullets, lasers. And that'll be a thing too. Like, that'll change the whole gun industry. Laser guns. How fucking dope are laser guns, dude? Oh. So now we have lasers that we could use to knock out drones. That's exciting. And also maybe comets too. Those fuckers are probably things that we need to be concerned about as well. But on another note, ladies and gentlemen, there's no point over crying over spilt milk. You've heard the saying. They say there's no point of crying over spilt milk. What about if you were to, what if you just bought like a, what if you're like a super like computer dude or lady, maybe you're a computer gal doing computer things, and you saved, you worked hard, you grabbed all your hard-earned dollars and you bought yourself like a, you know, a really expensive computer with, you know, extra hard drives, soft drives, you know, over easy drives, no computers with no drives. Maybe you got like a, you know, one of those ones that you built, you put a Hemi engine inside, and you gotta use like a, you gotta fucking like pull it, just fucking pull on a little chain to get it going. Maybe there's smoke coming. Maybe I'm just saying you spent a lot of money on this piece of machinery that you're gonna do amazing things on, whether it's coding, creating games, every once in a while watching a porno. It doesn't matter what you do, but maybe you're like, man, I finished putting this computer together after, you know, $7,000 I've spent on this computer. It's the best computer. I'm gonna game on it. I'm gonna get on the lines, game, program, to all of it. Next thing you know, you're like, I'm gonna run to the fridge, grab a glass of milk, and just enjoy Christmas. And next thing you know, you on your way back, you trip and fall over like some of the extra bubble wrap that you forgot to put in the garbage bin or recycling because you're so excited. You're like, I'll clean up the mess tomorrow, later, and I want to sit on my computer and play. But now you've tripped over the bubble wrap. What is that? Pop, 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 pop. That's the sound of the bubble wrap popping as you trip and fall and spilt milk all over your 7,000 computer. It's ruined. You just, so you might have a situation or a circumstance where you can now find it very easy to cry over spilt milk. You're like, there's no point of crying over spilt milk. What if your loved ones were trapped somewhere by terrorisms and they're saying, give us the information, and your loved ones are saying, no, I'm never gonna talk, and you leave my family out of this, and they're waterboarding them, but with milk. They're milk boarding them, and you find out about it later, and you're like, and you burst out into tears. So maybe that is another circumstance or situation where you find yourself crying over spilt milk. What if the pipes in your living area, your residence, burst? And out of the blue, for some odd reason, there is milk, endless amounts of milk coming out of the burst pipes, and it is just milk city up to your waist. Your kids drowned and died because of spilt milk, and now you're crying, and people are like, don't cry over spilt milk. Maybe you got a situation or a circumstance that you find yourself crying over spilt milk. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, take care of yourselves. Remember, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Getting into it. Not there yet, but getting into it. I'll be back very soon. Peace out. Get out of here.